Remember those mornings when you could hop out of bed without a second thought? For many of us over 65, that simple joy has become a distant memory. Instead, we're greeted by strange sensations in our feet, numbness, tingling, or that awful feeling like you're walking on cotton. What if I told you that these symptoms aren't just normal aging, as we've been led to believe? I discovered this truth too late. The night cramps that jolted me awake, the occasional pins and needles in my toes, they weren't random discomforts. They were warning signals my body was desperately sending. Here's what shocked me. Nearly one-third of us over 65 are experiencing circulation problems that directly damage our peripheral nerves. It's like a garden hose with a kink. When blood can't flow freely to your extremities, your nerves literally begin to starve. The most alarming part? Once that numbness becomes permanent, there's often no going back. But here's the good news that changed everything for me. Catching these signals early opens a window of opportunity that most doctors never mention. Tonight, I'm sharing what I wish someone had told me years ago before that numbness started creeping up my feet. Because contrary to popular belief, this isn't just something we have to accept as we age. When I first noticed my feet feeling off, I never imagined something so simple could make such a difference. After years of dismissing these sensations as just another birthday gift from Father Time, I stumbled upon information that turned everything around. The secret lies in movement, but not the kind that requires fancy equipment or gym memberships. Your body already possesses an incredible circulation boosting system that's just waiting to be activated. Let me share the first game changer, ankle rotations. Sounds too simple to work, doesn't it? That's exactly what I thought. But here's what happens. Each rotation creates a gentle pumping action that pushes stagnant blood out of those tiny vessels in your ankles and feet. Blood that would otherwise sit there, depriving your nerves of oxygen. Try this right now while sitting. Lift one foot slightly and trace 10 slow circles in each direction. Feel that warmth spreading? That's fresh, oxygen-rich blood rushing in to nourish those starving nerve endings. Next comes what I call the invisible stair climb. When we stand on our tiptoes, we activate the calf muscles, nature's secondary heart. Each rise and fall squeezes blood upward, fighting gravity's constant pull. 10 to 15 gentle rises, holding each for 3 seconds, can reawaken circulation pathways that have been dormant for years. The third technique was the most surprising. A simple tennis ball, rolled under your foot while sitting, creates a massage effect that stimulates dozens of circulation points simultaneously. The pressure should feel good, like finding a sore spot you didn't know needed attention. What amazed me wasn't just how simple these movements were, it was realizing that in just 3 minutes daily, I could counteract hours of circulation restricting sitting. The tingling that once kept me up at night, within weeks, it had noticeably diminished. I used to think food was just about weight, cholesterol, and blood sugar. Nobody ever mentioned the profound connection between what's on our plates and the health of our 100,000 miles of blood vessels. The revelation came when I learned about vessel-friendly foods versus vessel-restrictive foods. This changed everything about how I approach my meals. Think about your blood vessels as highways delivering essential supplies to your nerve cells. When those highways become congested or narrowed, deliveries slow down or stop completely. That's when your nerves start sending those distress signals, tingling, burning, or numbness. Foods rich in omega-3s, like salmon and walnuts, actually help clear these highways by reducing inflammation in vessel walls. They're like nature's traffic controllers, keeping everything flowing smoothly. Even more surprising was discovering how certain everyday spices act as natural circulation boosters. Ginger, turmeric, and garlic contain compounds that help relax blood vessel walls, allowing more blood to flow through, especially to those distant nerve endings in your feet and hands. The most unexpected ally? Deep-colored vegetables like beets and spinach. They're packed with nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that actually expands your blood vessels, creating more space for blood to flow freely. Just as important as knowing what to embrace is understanding what to avoid. The standard American diet is unfortunately filled with circulation restrictors, processed foods high in sodium that cause vessels to constrict, refined sugars that trigger inflammation, and certain fats that can lead to plaque buildup in those vital pathways. The transformation in how my feet felt after adjusting my eating habits wasn't immediate, but within a month, the difference was undeniable. The morning numbness that had become my unwelcome companion started to fade. The truth hit me like a thunderbolt. Our modern lifestyle is practically designed to cut off circulation to our extremities. Hours of sitting, minimal movement, and poor posture create the perfect storm for nerve damage. Think about what happens when you sit for extended periods. The pressure on the back of your thighs actually compresses major blood vessels. Meanwhile, your calf muscles, those natural pumps designed to push blood upward, remain completely inactive. It's like turning off the pumping station and then wondering why water isn't reaching the end of the line. The solution isn't complicated, but it requires breaking habits we've built over decades. The 5-minute rule transformed my circulation. Simply standing and walking for 5 minutes after every hour of sitting sends a surge of fresh blood to starving nerve endings. Another revelation was the power of elevation. When I started propping my feet slightly above heart level during evening TV time, the improvement was almost immediate. This simple position shift uses gravity to your advantage, allowing blood that's been fighting to return from your feet all day to flow more easily. Even your footwear plays a crucial role. Those stylish shoes with narrow toe boxes, they're silently compressing tiny blood vessels and nerves. Switching to shoes with proper toe room can be like removing a kink from a garden hose. Suddenly, everything flows as it should. For those with underlying conditions like diabetes or high blood pressure, the stakes are even higher. These conditions already compromise circulation, making protective measures even more critical. The most powerful realization was how these small daily choices compound over time. Each time you stand instead of sit, each time you choose circulation-friendly foods, each time you elevate your feet, you're making a deposit in your long-term nerve health account. Looking back, I realize how much fear controlled my thoughts as those first sensations of numbness appeared. Would I become one of those people who couldn't feel the ground beneath their feet? Would I lose my independence, my ability to drive, to walk confidently? That fear is what keeps so many of us silent about these symptoms. We worry that mentioning them means admitting we're getting old, losing ground, becoming less capable. But here's the truth that changed everything for me. Taking action against these early warning signs isn't admitting defeat. It's claiming victory over what many wrongly consider inevitable. The simple 3-part approach we've discussed, targeted movement, circulation-supporting nutrition, and lifestyle adjustments, creates a powerful defense system against the progression of nerve damage. Let me offer a straightforward 30-day path forward. Week 1. Incorporate those 3 simple exercises daily: ankle rotations, heel raises, and foot rolling. Week 2. Introduce circulation-boosting foods while reducing the vessel restrictors. Weeks 3 and 4. Implement the lifestyle adjustments that keep blood flowing optimally throughout your day. The changes you'll notice might start subtly, perhaps less tingling when you wake up or fewer night cramps interrupting your sleep. But as weeks turn into months, many people experience something remarkable: sensation returning to areas where numbness had begun to settle in. Remember this: your peripheral nerves have an amazing capacity for healing when given the right environment. The body you inhabit today is the result of thousands of small choices made over decades. The body you'll inhabit tomorrow depends on the choices you make today. I encourage you to start with just one small action from what we've discussed. The simplest ankle rotation exercise takes less than a minute, but begins the process of reclaiming your circulation immediately. Your feet have carried you faithfully through decades of life. They deserve this attention now when they need it most. Because the ability to feel the earth beneath your feet, to walk confidently without fear of falling, to maintain your independence, these aren't luxuries. They're the foundation of a life well lived in our golden years.